Mi 11X. This phone comes with a lot of surprises along with Snapdragon 870. I hope the box is just an exception and the phone is in good condition, but we'll see. Let's go. I really hope that the phone is not affected by whatever happened with the box because the box is really roughed up. Looking inside, designed by Xiaomi, also has these scratches of dust probably, or like some sort of thing that seeped inside the box. Quality issues, I don't know what exactly happened, but whatever happened you can see. Taking out the SIM ejector tool looks fine, clean, and at this point I think I can make a necklace out of all the SIM ejector tools I have. Looking inside the box, we get three different things. So keeping the box aside, we'll see that there's one small envelope. This might be the first time ever that I have this Type-C to 3.5mm adapter, and the quality of it surprisingly is really good. It's as close to Apple's adapter as you can get. Besides the thin wire, which is even in Apple, the quality resembles a lot like it and it's really good quality. I'm just keeping that aside, keeping the envelope inside. There's nothing inside. Let's have a look at this booklet. This booklet only provides you really basic information and RF exposure values and stuff. Keeping that aside, this is a phone's free TPU case. Bad quality, bad. Looking at the phone now, which is inside this plastic wrap, it also had scratches all around. I've already opened this phone. I'm doing it again for the sake of the video, so you'll see my fingerprints inside, as you can see there. But phone was sort of not affected by whatever seeped inside. Man, this color looks crazy. Initially I thought it would just be blue and white tone as from Redmi 8, but it's not that. You also have a pre-applied screen protector on the phone. Let me turn it on quickly, and by then we'll look at the back of the phone. Can you count the number of colors it's showing? If you know how many colors it's gonna show you, let me know in the comment section below. Taking this off reveals the entire back of the phone, and this just looks amazing. Now inside the box there are two more things that are present. First off is this big power adapter that's like 33 watts, and trust me when I say the build quality is tough. I prefer all day everyday Mi adapter rather than Realme's adapter because it's of high power, build quality is really amazing and feels nice, it feels just premium. Along with this cable that comes with it, Type-C cable is also thick and of really good quality. Well, these are all the contents from the box. After watching the unboxing, it's really clear that Xiaomi is still providing us with the valued deals. We get a lot of things inside the box, and the items that you really need to get started are all present inside the box, taking from the power adapter to a pre-applied screen guard to a audio converter cable that you don't really have to buy anywhere else, unlike other phones. Now let's talk about the phone itself. Starting off with the vibration motor which is used in Mi 11X, which has really impressed me this time more than Redmi 10 Pro, is that they have used the same vibration motor that's an X-axis vibration motor, and there's really very difficult to tell you the difference between a normal one and an X-axis unless you use the phone yourself and hold it in your phone. In easy words, every single haptics that you feel from unlocking the phone, locking the phone, switching the applications, typing, as well as being in game, all those haptics are really dynamic in nature. That means in each scenario, the way in which these haptics are being sent to your fingers are really different, and that's what makes this phone one of the top phones when it comes to haptics that I have personally ever used. Now about the display of the phone, Mi 11X comes with an AMOLED panel that's a 6.6 inches E4 panel. E4 AMOLED means it's not just a E4 for gimmick, but this really means that the phone's display can go crazy bright. So the peak brightness here is 1500 nits, and for comparison this is an iPhone's display which goes up to 1200 nits outside, and this is 1500. So you can see way more clearer in this phone outside in clear sunlight, as you can see in these shots that are literally shot in outdoor conditions, and the display really does not struggle at all. You'll be able to see everything really clear, as well as being an AMOLED panel has its quirks. So it's 120Hz first of all. Second of all, the image qualities are really good, crisp and vibrant, and then E4 display also makes the phone consume less power when lighting up. Also, there is a really cool interesting feature which is called adaptive color in the display settings, and if you enable that, the display of the color will change according to the ambient light which is present across you. Sort of reminds me of True Tone functionality of iPhones, but it's not that accurate, but it's still there and it's still being used by me. I feel it really useful though, because it's not paining my eyes all the time. It's just not the display that has improved from the K20 Pro that I was using. The storage and the RAM is way more fast than the last one, along with Snapdragon 870, which gets it an extra push of performance that you need to beat some of the most flagship phones out there. Here's a Geekbench result in front of you, and you can see that it's really beating one of the Samsung's flagship phone. Along with that, this UFS 3.1 storage as well as LPDDR5 RAM makes sure that the power is more efficiently pushed into the system, as well as the read and the write speeds are way more higher than the last predecessor, that was K20 Pro, that I was using. Now, it's just not everything that has improved from K20 Pro. For me, K20 Pro was one of the best phones I ever used. With Mi 11X, the sides of the phone are not made from metal, but it's made from plastic. So in terms of durability, long-term usage, I would be not 100% sure like how well it's gonna hold for the bend and everything. But for people who are putting their phone in their back pockets and then sitting, I would be a bit more afraid for this phone to break out than K20 Pro. That's one of the only downsides that I think this phone has from K20 Pro. But although this is a plastic build, the build quality is really good. The front and the back glass are protected with Gorilla Glass 5, so there you also have some impact protection there, as well as the weight distribution of the phone is good. Just because they have used plastic has managed them to keep the weight of the phone a bit lower. Now the top of the phone and the bottom of the phone has speakers into it, which is combining together to give a dual audio experience. And on the top one you have this IR blaster, well infused and hidden on the rightmost hole of the speakers. Now this front earpiece speaker is really a thin line on the top of the edge of the frame, which is very difficult to see, but audio quality is good from that and it's loud enough. Now let's talk about the camera, shall we? So officially there are 3 cameras at the back of the phone and 1 in the front, but I'm only gonna cover the main camera, that's the 48 megapixel camera here. And before I actually do that, make sure you look at this image. This was clicked from iPhone 12. And now look at this image, which was clicked from Mi 11X. This was in an outdoor condition, so the photos taken are really amazing and it's like almost indistinguishable from each other. The camera system of Mi 11X can be so impressive that at times I ended up liking Mi 11X shots more than iPhone 12's shot, but that's not the case all the time. When it comes to low light conditions, this straight up gets trash photos. Like the phone will click photos that will look good, but once you zoom in, you'll lose all the details into it, which iPhone is still managing to keep. Now the second most underrated feature of this phone is triple microphone array, which is being presented here in the box as well, but no one really talks about it. So what is that? This is a feature that you can use to spy on other people's, and let me show you how. Watch this video. Really useful though, because it's not paining my eyes all the time. It's just not the display that has improved from the K20 Pro that I was using. The storage and the RAM is way more fast than the last one, along with Snapdragon 870, which gets it an extra push of performance that you need to beat some of the most flagship phones out there. Here's a Geekbench result in front of you, and you can see that it's really beating one of the Samsung's flagship phones. Along with that, this UFS 3.1 storage. Now this phone has a triple microphone setup, so basically it's gonna capture all 360 degrees sound, which will be really helpful if you want to kick off that extra noise from the background, which can be eliminated because it knows which are the noise and which is the subject's noise, as well as you can get a surround sound experience when you're recording videos. Now there's only one more thing left to talk about of this Mi 11X, that's the software experience. It's MIUI 12.5, which is in my opinion straight trash. They come with a lot of bloatware already installed in the phone. Then there are these bunch of Google apps that I don't really use, but they still are there, utilizing my phone's internal memory, like increasing it a bit. And since those are not really used, they constantly also give you notifications that you don't need. And all that thing along with MIUI is a bit buggy as well. Like at times the phone's performance is really nice in games and stuff, but at times you can see frame drops or like stutters, or like when you go to settings and try to shift between 60 Hz or 120 Hz, you'll see that frame drop really dropping down, or like there's a lag in between that. That's not because of the throttling issues or like processor, that's literally because of the software, because this is not the first time that I'm using a MIUI phone. Once this MIUI experience has been tweaked out, the phone experience really increases many times, and that's what I've been doing since a long time. And you know what's gonna come for this. Custom ROMs are on the way for Mi 11X, so make sure you click on that subscribe to don't miss that out. But I'm pretty sure once that kicks in, the increase of performance is gonna be way more than what I'm getting in this MIUI 12.5. And also, if someone from Xiaomi is watching this video, I really would appreciate if you can polish it a bit and then increase a bit of stability in the ROM, even though this is literally the stable version of 12.5. With that, this video comes to an end. If you liked what you saw, click on like button, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you click on that subscribe button to don't miss a video in the future, and I'll be catching you guys next week with another video. Until then, you take care and I'll see you.